Welcome everybody to Fly Like a Girl, Fearless and Fabulous. My name's Kimberly. In this video I'm taking you on my first trip from Maitland Airport in New South Wales, Australia to where I happen to be working. So this is my first trip flying to work. I run my own businesses, and one of those businesses I teach people how to tow caravans and trailers and boats and horse floats and all those kinds of things. And I'm on my way to a place called Narromine. But along the way I'm going to drop off my parachute for my sailplane. And it's going to be dropped at my gliding club, which is at a place called Lake Keepit. And there it's going to be repacked, ready for another competition season. Right at the moment, my sailplane is out of action. I spent several years refinishing it and decided I'd do the panel, and then we ran into some problems with the panel mount. And I've asked a specialist welder to fix the little issue. But of course, being a specialist welder, he's incredibly busy and he's doing it as a favour. And consequently, it hasn't been done completed since May, and it's now November. But hopefully it'll be done by Christmas time and I can get my sailplane back in the air as well. So we take off from Maitland, and unfortunately on this trip, due to work constraints and everything else, I didn't have my normal batch of cameras, and so I'm filming this with an iPhone mounted in a RAM mount stuck to the rear glass of the cockpit. And I take up from Maitland and head off from overhead towards the west. The track that I take will take me over a place called Singleton. I live just north of that town. And from there I head on up past Scone and over the Liverpool Ranges to Corindi, to a little hill called Breezer, which is a navigation waypoint, an area that I'm really familiar with because that's where I fly my sailplane, over the Carroll Range and into Lake Keepit Airport. I land there and drop my parachute off, then take off on Keepit's little narrow runway over the lake and over to Gunnedah because I needed to refuel for the trip to Narromine. The trip to Narromine was pretty bumpy. I went via Coonabarabran, well, a little south of Coonabarabran, Gilgandra, and then into Narromine. I elected to go at 6,500 feet eventually because the thermals were really, really strong. It was a blue day, but the thermals were quite strong. As I say, unfortunately, I didn't have my normal contingent of cameras, and at this point in time, I didn't have one of them running. So the camera that you're looking at here is actually an iPhone mounted, and the other phone that you can see in the right-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner, isn't actually plugged into the audio at the moment, so we missed out on that. But anyway, this is the start of the trip. We'll catch up with me a little closer to Lake Keepit.
Alright, we've just set up Keepit's frequency in the radio. Switch over to that very shortly.
West Flag 4, no reported IFR traffic for descent. West Flag 4.
We get to Breezer at 21, then we'll get to Keepit another 12 minutes after that, so 33.
center. Whiskey Charlie Papa, 3 miles to the west.
Keepit base, Tomahawk Tango, Kilo Yankee, 20 miles to the south, 4,500 feet on descent, spec circuit time 32, Keepit. Righto, so keep it altitude, 1150 to 1200, and 2200 circuit height. Righto, so there's breeze up, and it's at 19. The breezer was 0919. Alright, there's breezer, let's turn right to our new heading. 355, 10345. Just going to stay out of the Penworth airspace. Lowest level is 4,500 and we're just a tad under that, but still. Right, let's see if we can give you a quick look. Pardon me. Alright, you can see through the propeller there's a lake ahead of us, a little bump of a hill directly in front of it. It's got a radio mast on it, a television mast or something on it. And Township of Gunnedah is over to the left of that. That's where we're heading. We're not too far away from top descent. See, out here is all the farming land. We fly around in our gliders all the time. Great place to fly.
So here I am after landing at Keepit and dropping my parachute off. Unfortunately, with the limited cameras, I didn't get the landing. Probably just as well. It definitely wasn't my best landing. But anyway, we're all good and running through the ground run-ups, checks at this point in time. And you can see how narrow Keepit's runway is. We take off from this runway with our gliders behind a tug. And it's actually quite a bit easier, I think, to keep the glider running straight than it is to keep the powered aircraft running straight. But anyway, that's just my experience. Although, if your wingtip touches the ground with the glider, particularly if you're partially full of water, it can get a little bit interesting. And so I'm ready to take off here, doing a short field takeoff, even though it's downhill here. Just a good opportunity to practice it. So we'll get the aircraft running at full throttle with the brakes on. I'm probably still going through my run-ups here, but we'll get the aircraft going full throttle. First stage of flap, and off we go. As you can see, trying very hard to keep it tracking on the hard surface, and I just start to drift to the left just as I go wheels up, and off we go towards Gunnedah. Now I'm going from here to the Gunnedah airport because I need to get fuel. I didn't want to get it from the gliding club and leave them short. And you can see our lovely helicopter there. One of the people who was flying obviously flew in a helicopter. And I'm heading out here over the lake. This lake is a lot of fun to come in across when we're doing our competitions in our gliders. We've more than once been right down in ground effect, flying the full width of the lake there at pretty close to VNE, and just trying to extend the glide to get over the fence and land. Can't do that in a powered aircraft, but anyway, I'll take a turn here shortly and head off over the hills towards Gunnedah, where I will refuel, ready for the trip to Narromine and onwards from there. And of course, we missed the last landing, so we better not miss this one, had we? Here we are coming into Gunnedah. I forget the runway number, but it's a right-hand circuit for this particular runway. And I'm lining here up here on final. Very gusty, not gusty, but thermals, lots of thermals running through, and just trying to keep it on track here. Again, wasn't my best landing, but was all good. We stopped here and fueled up. There it is, it's runway 29. I've been into here before, once I think. So this is my second time coming here for fuel. As you can see, not a perfect landing, but not terrible either. We'll turn around here, get some fuel, and then head off to Narromine, and you'll catch up with me along the way.
slow that climb down a little bit. We can just take our time here. Message. Fuel. We get away at 22. We'll mark that on our fuel. We're on the left tank. We started the left tank at 11:20. I'm going to say 20. That'll be easier to watch. Plus we've got a taxi time anyway. Traffic Canada, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee, departed the area to the southwest, 3,300 feet on climb, 4,500 feet, tracking for Gilgandra. Canada.
Canada Aerodrome.
Alright, fuel pump can go off, lights can go off, fuel pressure is good. And the heading we wanted was, ooh, that's bumpy. Going out to Gilgandra is 228. Pretty good there. Let's speed up a bit, cool oil down a bit. There we go, a few thermals around, so we're hitting big patches of sink and big patches of thermal. We just got to 1,000 feet a minute there in that thermal, but as we were entering it, we were actually sinking. Very hot, and I'm trying to manage the oil pressure. I think if we fly in summer, we'll need an oil cooler on this little girl. We'll take advantage of those thermals wherever they exist. Getting up to close to our cruise altitude now. 4,500 feet. Alright, she can get a bit of a rest now. Oh, we are climbing a little too fast now. Let's get ourselves down. There's a bit of IFR traffic around here. We don't want to be up at 5,000. Although we might go to 6.5, it might be a bit smoother. Now that we're here. Let's go over to center.
Lima Juliet Yankee area 20 QNH 1020.
Oh, this new chart's already wrecked. Bugger it.
Lima Golf Kilo, Narromine, Solid terminated, g'day.
That one's no good to me anyway. That's a brand new chart and it's already wrecked. Come on, Tiki. Behave yourself.
Flight of 284, contact me on 125.75.
125.75, 284.
Alright, let's get this fuel changed over.
Flight of 284, Brisbane Centre.
Recorded, I mean.
Resume main navigation, reclear direct to Stormy on climb level 120.
Direct to Stormy on climb level 120,
Rack 6417, contact center 130.1, expect star clearance, g'day.
301, Rack 6417.
Med 994, there's IFR traffic, Kilo Golf Lima, they're at shore, 1 o'clock, 1 mile at 8,000 feet, report traffic inside slower.
Med 994, roger,
Hotel Sierra Lima, no reported IFR traffic for descent. Med 994, the traffic's now at shore, 4 o'clock, 2.5 miles, further deviating, descent to 7,000.
7,000, Med 994.
Med 994, identification terminated, contact tower 119 at decimal 4. G'day.
119 Med 994.
Product 284, when ready, descend to 9000, tell us QNH 1018.
Descend 9000, 1018, product 284.
Pretty rough at the moment, and I can't really let go of the controls too easily. But those hills over there, Warrumbungle Ranges and Siding Spring Observatory, you might be able to make it out on top of the hill there. Yeah, that's the Warrumbungles. And we're getting close to the Gilgandra. Got about 36 nautical miles to go. Quite bumpy today, good strong thermals in the blue. No queues at the top of them. And a little bit hazy, coming into summer. Well folks, here we are at Narromine. This is where I'll be working tomorrow. Now, you wouldn't have seen it, but the reason I changed my runway was because the glider tug was operating. It wasn't actually launching at the time, although they did call and say they were going to. But I think things just got held up a bit. But they were using 04, even though it was a slight tailwind. But the tailwind wasn't too bad, so I set up for 04 just so that I could match them. Hopefully I didn't get in their way. But the wind is quite variable today anyway, so you could have picked any runway you liked. Would not have mattered much. Well, here I am again at Narromine. There's the Aviation Museum behind me. My aeroplane's tied up over here somewhere. And this is where I'm staying tonight. Got my little hiking tent and we're just going to put it down here. Now I've got to be careful, as with most Australian trees, these bigger older trees will drop their branches. This particular kind of tree is quite okay, but most Australian trees don't camp under them. They'll drop branches on you and kill you. So I'm going to get my tent set up and see how we end up. So that's my brand new tent from Nature Hike. Never been up before. So I don't recall the last time I put up a proper hiking tent. It was probably when I cycled around New Zealand, 1985 or 6. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll go well. Just done a little location change. The ground's a bit softer here, and it'll suit me just fine for tomorrow when I'm working over here. So now I just got to relocate all my stuff, and this guy will probably be happy I'm gone anyway. got his little table there. So let me pick up my stuff, relocate it all. So this is my first time truly camping, and once again I think I need a checklist. I haven't done this apart from the way I do it with my four-wheel drive, which is completely different. I'm really well prepared. I sleep in a swag, not in a tent, and I spend up to 5 months out in the middle of the desert. So I've got to be switched on, got to make sure I've got everything I need. Trying to fit stuff in the plane and reorganize the plane from sort of daily sort of use, or weekly use at least, to, you know, a new kind of use. It's taking me a little while. So I'll take things out of the plane thinking I don't need them in there for when I'm camping, and then realize, oh, that bag had tie downs in it, or well, I don't need this bag because it's only got my spare EPIRB in it. I only realised that no, it had a lithium battery in it, or a charger in it, or solar panel or something in it. Anyway, we'll sort it all out. But it's a good lesson, I guess, not just for me but for all of you. When you're going away airplane camping, you don't have a lot of ability to carry very much. You've got to make sure you bring exactly what you need and just what you need. And you know, like all these things, you need a shakedown, what we call a shakedown trip, to try and sort it out. So I guess this is it. So there's the tent without the fly. I might even leave it like that yet because it might be a bit hot tonight. We'll see. We'll roll the fly up and put it in the bag for the moment, I think. Got a little sorting to do here. But here's my chair. It's one of the cheaper versions of the, you know, hiking chairs. How long it will last, I don't know. But it's lightweight. So we'll get the bed set up now. So my bed is a 3/4 size, and I used to have one of these exactly the same as this when I did what's called SOTA, Summits on the Air. So it's an amateur radio thing. You climb a mountain, depending on the height of the mountain above the surrounding terrain. Every contact you make via the amateur radio that you've carried up there, you get points for, and it contributes towards certificates and so on. Just a bit of kind of orienteering mixed with radio. So it's a 3/4 size mattress. I'll just pull it out in a second. It's sort of folded up, but this is the full size of it. Open up like that. Self-inflating. You can puff it up a bit more if you want to. And it really just gives support to your shoulders and your hips, which are really the main areas that need support. And then of course you have an inflatable pillow as well. So that's all it is. It's already a very hot day, but I walked into town to have a look around, and I came across a cricket game. What a beautiful looking field with its white picket fence and lovely manicured lawn. The guys are out here in their, well, most of them are in whites anyway, having a game of cricket. I think the last time I played cricket, I was in like my 3rd year of tertiary studies, first time round. So that would be what, about 1981? Would be the last time I played cricket when I was at sugar school. Yeah, but nice to see. There's some people sitting in the shade watching. Good Aussie and British and Kiwi and Indian and blah 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 pastime. I don't know if you've noticed as well, this guy behind me is very high level overcast, and it's looking pretty ominous out that way. So we'll look at the weather when I get back and sit in the shade, have another cold drink. This time it'll be just water. But I walked several kilometers in the heat. I don't know what it is. It must be, I'm guessing about 35-ish degrees C, maybe more. Oh, we've got a velodrome. I also did quite a bit of velodrome. Yeah, so I'll check the weather. It might be that I have to stay another night, because last time I checked the weather, it didn't look like it was possible for me to get home Sunday, that I was going to have to wait till Monday or Tuesday. And I have to be in Canberra on Friday. So hopefully it'll all work out. So now one of the things I have in this warm weather, hot weather, is I have this microfiber towel that you can dampen and put around your neck. Makes all the difference. It's dry now, but it was pretty good when I was walking into town. I must have walked probably, I would say, 6 kilometers today. I wasn't going to walk into town, but I just needed a couple of things. Anyway, it's 6:35 p.m. I've got the fly on the tent now because the sky's looking a little bit iffy. And I not forecast to rain, but I just took the precaution because there's nothing worse than getting up in the middle of the night and putting the fly on your tent. So I looked at the forecast. The forecast for tomorrow all the way home is good. Monday is not good. Tuesday is not good. So I really have to get home tomorrow, or I'll be parked up somewhere for a few days. So the plan is I should be able to finish early enough to, if I pack up first thing in the morning, get everything else in the plane except what I need to do my job, I should be able to pre-flight, pack and pre-flight and get underway before 4 p.m. But even if I take till 5 p.m, that leaves me quite a bit of spare time to get home before sunset. So we'll just keep an eye on the weather and the NOTAMs and other things, and hopefully it will all work out. Well, good morning everyone. I'm having a coffee and my cereal in the camp kitchen here at Narromine. The airport's just there, so this is a good place to come if you want to go try out a little bit of aeroplane camping without having to go out in the middle of nowhere. You got a caravan park here, so you can choose cabins if you prefer, or you can tent it like me, and the airport is literally 20 meters from the back fence. So a really good place to come if you want to do some aeroplane camping. I have to get set up for a day of work, and hopefully we're going to finish early today and I can get underway so that I can arrive back at Maitland before sunset. Now I do have options. There's Mudgee, there's Singleton where I live, and then there's of course Maitland. So I'll catch up with you later today. Okay folks, we're done for the day of work. Even fewer cameras now because I haven't been able to get them all charged. So you might not see much of this trip home, but thanks for riding with me. Make sure you subscribe. We'd like to see you back. Hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. Give us a like if you like the content. And we'll see you in the next episode if we don't hang around much longer. But it's a very hot day. We've got to get going back to Maitland. We are at Narromine at the moment. And so yeah, we got to get hauling so that we can get back home before the sun sets. And the weather's a little bit iffy along the way, so we'll see what we can do here. Alright, so we have done everything we need to do for startup. Well, radios, transponders, traffic, park brake and so on. Let's just double check the frequencies here. NRM 126.7 and 123.9, so we're good there. That's good. And we'll get ourselves out and do some run-ups and make sure we're good to go. Brakes are working, steering is working. I do have to get the flight plan into the Doohickey. Like so will do. Hit at about 1,000 RPM will be fine. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got here. We got to get into here. So flight plan. Flight plan. Narromine to Maitland. NRM to MLD. NRM. I think that's wrong. That's a, all right. Let's do a new one then. So clear. No. Let's do this flight plan here. I put a flight plan in last time and I put it in wrong. I'm not sure how to edit one yet. Narromine to Maitland. Let's clear. Delete. Yes. Let's go back to flight plan. Flight plan. Right, Narromine to YMDG, YMDG,
Hey, Brett.
RG, 2.
Hey, Graham, how you going? Very good. You just passed them underneath at 5,500. Did you see me flash me light?
I'm trying to remember what that place is.
No, I missed that one. I couldn't see it all. Did you see me?
Y,
I'm colourblind, so the colours don't mean anything properly for me. Wouldn't admit that on the radio. I can fly through days, that's all good.
name of that place. Don't remember. It's something Valley. I'll pull it up on the map, on the chart. Where are we? And see Sydney will do, although I really should have. And see for Williamtown, that'll help. Where are we? Williamtown, so we want. Oh, it's not on there either. Huh, that's interesting. Wow, it's on the whack. I know it's on the whack. Sydney whack. Pull up the Sydney whack. And here we go. What's the name of the place? Cherrydale Homestead. Oh, you. H, I think it is. Cadmium, no, Y. BH. And H. No, not there. Okay, so let's put it in here. We'll go instead Y den. Y den. And Y den is not in there either. Oh, yes, it is. And then Y M and D. M N D mainland. Right, then we go menu, copy, Yes. Menu already activated. Okay, so let's check that frequency again because I dot bumped the radio. 126.7, 123.9, 3.9. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do our run-ups. So our run-ups. First of all, aircraft into the wind, slipstream clear, park brake set. Master switches are on. Flight instruments. Good, 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 good. South. 8. Go. Proper tank. Let's change over to the other tank now. Fuel pump is still on, so let's do that. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure's good.
Delta uniform taxiing from the Sky Park via taxiway Golf for the fuel bowser and the runway 29 undershoot.
Select proper tank mixture set. Anti gauges check. Static source normal. Emitter normal. Radio electronics good. Trim set. Flaps check the operation of. Controls full and free movement. Alright, doors latched. Overhead latch engaged, seats, seat backs, harnesses, empty seat. Ground check throttle at 1800 RPM. Carb heat, yes. Mags. One, good. Two, good. Vacuum, little low, but okay. Oil temp, good. Oil pressure, good. Throttle retard, good. Good. Right, let's get the opposite of 04 here. 29. That's where we're going. Where's the windsock? 9 is where we're going, I'm pretty sure of that.
Narromine traffic, RB10W form uniform on Foxtrot, crossing the runway 29 undershoot for the fuel bowser.
Right, where's Narromine?
Tomahawk or Skipper, do you want to come out? Delta uniform.
No, you can come in for the moment. Tango Kilo Yankees a call.
Yeah, roger. Tango Kilo Yankee, I got that. Delta uniform.
I'll just move a bit out of your way here. Traffic Narromine, Tomahawk Tango Kilo Yankee, taxiing for runway 29, Narromine.
Traffic Lawrence here, Oscar Lima, Sierra, East 10 miles to the east inbound, passing through 3,200 feet. Overhead ETA will be 5-1, traffic Lawrence.
So we're heading towards Mudgee. Got Wellington over there. You can see a lake way off in the distance maybe. Don't know if you can see it on the camera. We got a wind farm down here. Solar farm to our right. And we're tracking towards Mudgee. We've got 33 nautical miles to go. We're only doing about 98 knots at the moment, but that'll pick up when we turn the corner.
Break 6526, contact me on 135.25.
3525, break 6526. Hello, break 6526, level 160.
Break 6526, when ready to leave control airspace descending, no reported IFR traffic, Eric H 1019.
Should leave, no traffic 1019, break 6526.
Oh, it's only 24. 24 is new time. So let's go back down there, that'll do us. So fuel pump on. Change tanks. Fuel pressure's still good, keep the fuel pump on for a while. Pump up, and we're good. 24. I need a drink of water until I can find one.
Good afternoon again, QE 85, 5 miles to the east of Ventura, tracking to set 119, direct to Nature. We're climbing mid of flight for 170 and indicating Nature at time 40.
Kilo 85, you click the Melbourne, tracking Nature flight plan route, climb flight for 170.
The Melbourne Nature planned route, flight for 170, Q-Link 85. Yankee Delta Victor, request traffic for Forbes to Echo Echo for 3,700.
Yankee Delta Victor, there's no reported traffic for the set by Forbes Echo Echo.
Yankee Delta Victor leaving for 8,000.
Yankee Delta Victor.
Roger. 3-4 will be the new changeover.
Kilo Delta Yankee request.
Kilo Delta Yankee.
Kilo Delta Yankee request traffic direct Dubbo.
Kilo Delta Yankee, there's no reported IFR traffic direct to Dubbo.
Kilo Delta Yankee, thanks.
And Kilo Delta Yankee, were you looking for service today or just heading into Dubbo?
Just heading into Dubbo now on descent.
Kilo Delta Yankee.
Center Victor Sierra X-ray departure.
Victor Sierra X-ray.
Victor Sierra X-ray, 2020 IFR departed Keepit Mundra for Moran Walker, 3 POV, climb through 4,500 to 8,000.
Victor Sierra X-ray identified, there's no reported IFR traffic, squawk 3616 and the area QNH 1019.
Squawk 3616 and 1019, Victor Sierra X-ray.
Okay, compass 090, DG 090. Log, we're about to do a fuel change in about 4 minutes. Otherwise, we're tracking towards Mudgee. Heading 098 is supposed to be, but the wind is slightly different today. And we expect to be there at 16:51. I think we're going to be early, possibly. There we're going. And engine looking good on all the greens there. Altitude 6,500, which is where we want to be. I'll just put that on the recorder here. And radio, we're about to do a radio frequency change. We've prepped for it, 133050. Double check that. 13305, yes. And orientation, I've got Mudgee ahead of me, you can see it there. And fuel, we're about to do a change. We're on the right tank, we're supposed to be on the right tank. We've done about, sorry, not a change, we're about to record that we've done 10 minutes. And yep, we're on the right tank. And now that leaves us with forced landing. We've got some good looking paddocks down there. Got another one over here. Another one over there. So that's the clear offs done.
Victor Sierra X-ray contact center 119.5, yeah.
119.5.
I'll just do a quick calculation of how long before we're in Mudgee. We've got 18 nautical miles to go and we're doing 96. So we are doing 96. And we've got 18 to go. That will take us 11 minutes, which will be ahead of schedule.
Big second, Mike. Just want to confirm your 4 ops
Positive.
So we're getting a bit high there. These thermals are a bit powerful today.
Track 64, 69, 4 miles east of Group River Bus 3000.
Power back slightly.
Level 130, max level 53. Wake 6469 identified. Fleet to Sydney by Meta flight plan route Odell 7 arrival, climb to level 130.
That's more better.
Sydney by Meta 500 Odell 7 arrival, flight 130. Yeah, the company should have amended that in the flight plan. Hopefully that looks right to you. Wake 6469. Did you want higher or you have your
2434.
These aircraft limited to operations 15,000 normal loads. Wake 6469 coming. Thank you. Victor Delta, Melbourne, Static Day. When ready, leave controlled airspace descending. Area QNH 1019. I-5 traffic, Victor Echo Mike, Sun 340 from Dubbo, showing orange time 43. And a VFR traffic, Papa Lima Victor, position 20 miles from Dubbo direction as well, showing circuit time 46 intentions of that.
When ready, leave control area descending on 1009, copy Victor Echo Mike and Papa Lima Victor. Victor Echo Delta.
Victor Echo Delta, area QNH 1019.
1019, Victor Echo Delta. 72 week 85 with traffic blitz requesting tracking RB.
Link 85, directly direct to RB, flight number 1.
So we were expecting to be at Mudgee at 1651. Let me just double check that. 49, no, that's incorrect.
Final level 170, Quebec 85.
20 minutes is 31.
So we maintain flight 170.
Direct RB, maintain flight 170, Quebec 85.
49 minutes onto there. 52 and 49. 52 and 60 would be 52, and 52 and 49 would be 41. So we're going to be pretty well on time. So if we're on time then and expected arrival here will be another 16 minutes later.
Contact me on 135, decimal 25.
57. 15:57. And then another 18 minutes later would be
Victor Echo Mike, thanks. I5 Traffic Company, Victor Echo Delta, sub inbound from Dubbo, 40 miles to run Mudgee.
25 would be 15.
And showing circuit
17, 15.
And VFR traffic slow proceeding ahead of you, Papa Lima Victor, 17 miles.
32 would be 47. 17, 47. That's our time of arrival. I'll do a frequency change now. I'll also bring up Mudgee's frequency, which is 1267. Bring it up on the other radio actually.
And ambulance 273 now tracking good to Grafton. Now 273, thanks.
I'll also put it on this radio, 126.7, so we can change over if we hear anything. Get a sync there. So we are 10 miles away, so we might just do a call. Traffic Mudgee, Tomo Tango Kilo, over flying the field and then tracking to Denman. Traffic Monty.
Traffic 4 with Yankee Delta Victor Bonanza is established on 10 mile final for runway 27 for a full stop. False traffic.
Traffic Mochi Alpha November Romeo approaching Mochi Echo Charlie for the RNF runway 22. Traffic Mochi. Narromine traffic, Delta Uniform Uniform, beyond line 22.
False traffic, Bonanza Yankee Delta Victor is on a 4 mile file for runway 27 for a full stop. False.
that's 4-1. Right on time.
Traffic, Piper Foxtrot Zulu Foxtrot 10 miles south, inbound at 2,600, estimate circuit at 43, full. Sorry,
8. H what? CHY.
Push up.
Trevor, just deliver it. Visual on 22.
Stand by.
Alright, 4-4, time to change the fuel over. Nice paddocks below us, so let's go. Fuel pump on. Fuel pressure's good, change to the left tank. Leave fuel pump on for a moment. And fuel pump off. Pressure is good. Forward our fuel. Start, 4-4. Right, we got a tailwind now, we should be able to speed up a bit. There's 100 knots ground speed.
Possibly. I will ask and find out.
approach because there's other aircraft that I can see between you and Mudgee at low levels following on ADSB.
Yeah, another ADSB picking up as well, so maybe something wrong with his ground station or filter or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, if we could put something in, it'd be great. Thanks.
I'll see what we can do.
Alright, so we're on the frequency at the moment for centre again now. We're going to do another frequency change very shortly to 124.8. So we'll get that dialed up. And that'll be ready for just before we get to Denton. Right now we're heading for Terryville Homestead was the name of the place I was trying to think of. YCHY. I've got it here but not in the Garmin. That's okay, it's pretty much directly on the track to Denton. The only thing that I do at this point of the flight, and I might see if I can show you, is I track a little left of my track, of my planned track, so that I can stay close to these little valleys over this way, not so inviting. But you know, I try to make sure with this little airplane that worst comes to worst, I got a valley, not a hill.
Killing 362, Delta contact Melbourne Center 123.9, okay.
Looking pretty serious out that way. I'm hoping we don't have to divert, but we might have to. Might be lucky and make it in. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a pretty big storm. And it's not too far off our track, unfortunately. Just a little close for comfort, I think. Motor frequency change coming up to 124.8. I've got pushed in there. Yeah, that storm is not great. I just hope it stays way over there somewhere.
Well, it's not Maitland that I'm at. It's Singleton. Now I live near Singleton, about 25 kilometres north of here. There is no way I was going that way. So this line of storms, I couldn't see it from where I was, but I could see another cell over towards Williamtown. And the cell that was showing up on my iPad was the one that's behind me. And this wasn't showing up, but it's certainly there now, and especially came through as I was flying into here. And looking ahead, it was really hard to tell what was ahead of me. I knew I had to descend, and I started descending before the town of Singleton. And I said to myself, and this was always the plan, if I can't get into Maitland, I'll drop into Singleton. And so I just did a straight in, over the town of Singleton, and straight into this airport here. Gravel runway. One of the most interesting landings I've ever done. It was a great landing. I'm sorry you missed it, but I just wanted to preserve the battery and the phone and everything else, just in case I needed it. Anyway, we've cancelled our SAR, We're going to tie down. I don't think we'll get out of here tonight. We've got about 2 hours before sunset, but I think it's unlikely that that weather over here will clear by then, and I think it's actually going to rain tomorrow. So I think I'll take a taxi home and we'll fly out of here some other day.